So demolition's complete, and you can see the only remaining part of the building is the original auditorium built in the 60s. We'll start seeing foundations going in, the superstructure, the frame, and a lot of below ground activities that nobody here will actually see in the fullness of time. The pipes and the wires that make the building live and breathe will start being formed over the next few weeks and months. The concrete frame, and so the piling rigs coming in, so there's an awful lot of below ground subtleties that happen which are central to the building standing up and lasting the test of time.
One of the things that inspires me when I think back on the history of Chichester Festival Theatre is the fact that it was the dream of a local person, a small group of people. They decided they were going to build this extraordinary theatre on a shoestring budget for a really bold contemporary design using great architects in a small cathedral city. It sounded impossible, many people thought it was, but they drove it through, they achieved it, and the result is this amazing building that we're now lucky enough to be working on. And I think that's always an inspiration for me and the team when we consider this next incarnation of the building.
My overall duties on the project is as a project architect, so I'm basically central to the design team. I'm the lead consultant from the design team, so everyone's information I coordinate and I liaise with the contractor on the construction of the project.
So there's a huge amount of research, both in the technical and historical sense, but also the softer research of just being there, experiencing the building, seeing it through the eyes of the various different constituencies of people that are going to be using and visiting the building in future, so that we can really align ourselves to the spirit of the old building and take it forward in a way which feels sympathetic and exciting.
So CAD drawings are computer drawings, so we've taken our sketch scheme through concept design, we've developed it, we've added detail, we've added setting out. So they're basically drawings that enable the contractor to build the building.
We're facing with an interesting material called Core 10, which is a sort of steel which self-weathers. It doesn't need painting, and so it gradually over a period of say 2 or 3 years will weather down to a nice deep rusty orangey brown colour, and we think that will complement the materials of the original building in rather a beautiful way.
Well, I'm project manager with ultimate responsibility for delivery, so that means delivering to the right standard, to the right time and to the right budget. The quality of what we're trying to produce sits ahead of almost everything else other than getting it done on time so we can open in 2014.
And one of the issues which we've been dealing with as designers with the Festival Theatre team is how to get the building back to its original form, its original strength, the poetry of the original idea. And that involves the relationship of the building with landscape. And so, as I said, the extension that we're making is reasonably recessive. It fades back into the background and allows the trees and the original form of the building to tell its own story.